It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we're on the road to the Super Bowl. Where the road to immortality begins for most teams, we're underway from Wild Card Weekend. He stopped on the return at the 27. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10.
Baylor tight. Ready.
Herbert throwing right away. Got Williams, and it's complete. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
Ready.
On the play fake, it's Herbert. He's trying to push the field. Looking for Williams, and it's intercepted. And the Cardinals get the football on the first turnover of the contest. Wow, what an exciting start to this game, Brock. Apologies to the former QB and you. It's not an opening drive touchdown, but an interception instead.
Yeah, exciting for one side. That would be the defense. Demoralizing for the other side as an offense. First salvo, listen, it goes to the defense. And now it really sets the stage for what I love and what you love, Kate.
They connect on the deep shot. One of the game's biggest plays right there as they get the markers reset.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. Works his way to the 35. It's on the turf, ball's out, he lost it. And they scoop it up, they can still run with it. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. Ooh, so close to a big play defensively there, Brock, but now these guys got to stay out there. They were unable to bring in the fumble they just forced.
They do, got to bring a little bit of juice, but kind of like a boxer when they get a guy cut, they know. Man, if I get that first cut, I can make them bleed. And you get that ball out the first time, I guarantee you, I promise you, those guys are thinking they'll get it the next.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Here's Penix. That one's intercepted. Finds a seam, left side, he's off to the races. And he takes this one back for the pick six. Well, talk about aggressive coverage, Brock. To have somebody in position for pick behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and this quarterback is never going to take that short pass for granted again. That is usually one you do in your sleep. He's just now going to be restless in his sleep thinking about it.
Jake Moody on for the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Commanders will jump out to a 7-0 lead. A quick chance at redemption after that pick six as it's sent away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Fresh off the pick, here's Penix. Taking his shot, deep down the field it goes. That's grabbed inside the 30. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
And they take this in for the score. The Cardinals reach pay dirt for the first time this game. Michael Penix Jr., the touchdown. His kick is good, for the moment at least, as we've got a flag down on the field. I think they're going to get him for hitting the kicker. Offense liked how that play went, so they choose to decline the penalty. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Tucker now on the return. Tackle made as the return gets it out to the 32. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets them 3.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs, against the better defenses in this league.
2nd down now, 7 to go. It's a sweep. He pops the pass forward. No one around. He's got space. Inside the 30. And the breakaway gets him 1st and goal before he goes out. They rip off a huge chunk of field as the downs reset. 4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal.
Go.
They'll try and punch it in. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
A loss of 3 brings up 2nd and goal at the 12-yard line.
Going the wrong way. It's 2nd and goal now, back at the 12. And this one won't be caught, but we got a flag here. Looked like there may have been some early contact before that throw arrived. So a little too much contact on the part of the defender, and the officials flag him for it. Oh, an exceptionally painful penalty as it sets up 1st and 10 now inside the red zone. Running it after the penalty. And he's brought down for a loss.
The ball carried by number 24. Brought down behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2. Brings up
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down.
at the Cardinals' 17-yard line.
Into the hands of Tucker, complete. And he'll be taken down at the last possible moment. He's at the 1. Give him about 16 yards on that gain, Brock, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
Set. Ready.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. Is in. Touchdown, Washington. The Commanders break the tie here in the 1st. On is Moody for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Commanders take the lead here, 14-7 in the 1st. Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. Return coming from the 6. And this return is brought to a halt just across the 10. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Penix working from the gun. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. Roma Dunze, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
On 2nd and 10, it's Penix. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. Looking for the back that time. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
It's another first-half mistake. He's intercepted again. Javon Holland comes up with it.
Well, that's now his 2nd time that he's put his defense in a tough spot. That's a hard thing about playing quarterback, Kate. You know, with these interceptions and now the 2nd on the day, you're asking your defense again to step up to another series, another possession, another challenge. This quarterback's got to start protecting the football.
Excellent pickup to move the chains. 36 yards in the end. Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. They'll run here on 1st down. Space to the left. And he's going to take it in for the Washington touchdown. The Commanders parlay the interception into points. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
On is Moody for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Commanders double their lead to 14. Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. Here's a return from the 7. He's got a lane up past the 30. And he's going to head out of bounds on the return. They've got 1st down from the 31. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Has it downfield, working the left. And he works this to the 38 before going down. It's a 30-yard play, Brock, and they've got a fresh set of downs.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
Roma Dunze, the intended receiver. And it's going to be 2nd down.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Big catch made, and he got both feet in. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And it'll be 1st down, Arizona. And again, it's Penix. And oh, he got it! Interception! Martin Emerson with the pick. And the Commanders have it now on his 8th pick of the year.
Red zone defense. It is a part of the practice week at least twice, Thursdays, Fridays, even tuning it up on Saturdays, because it's all about protecting in the red zone. And not only protecting points, but taking the ball away. That is a gold star effort by the defense.
Herbert on 1st down. He's on the move. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down.
Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. Rather than force something with no one open or risk a turnover, he wisely just threw it away.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call.
Crowd right. Go.
Herbert from the gun. Chased out to his right. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
On third down, Herbert. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up fourth down. The Commanders ready for the punt. And he's in a real tough spot for his first kick. And he gets it away from his end zone. And not only does he go in the wrong direction, but he stopped for a net loss on the return. Took the return wrong direction there. Not sure what was going on. Actually loses yards. And it'll be Cardinals football. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Lone back gets the handoff. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. Second and 13. That one's cut along the left sideline. Oh, stiff arm. One of the game's biggest plays right there as they get the markers reset.
Just excellent effort on that catch. And a lightning quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
It's a double-digit gain, 10 yards, and now they've got first and goal. And he runs it across, touchdown. The Cardinals make it a one-score game. Michael Penix Jr., the touchdown. They broke out the design, run for him there. Coach just tells him, hey, Brock, hey, QB, do your thing, get a 6.
Yeah, and these offensive coaches love this play, and defensive coaches hate it, Kate, because it really gives you an extra hat, right? An extra number when your QB's got the athleticism, got the legs, got the instincts to go run it in for 6. A defensive nightmare, an offensive touchdown.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Returnable from the 1. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. They're out and set, first and 10. They go play action. Here's Herbert. He throws a bullet to the center of the field. He's got it at the 30. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw, when you throw it that deep outside the numbers, that requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength, and he just showed it off.
And he won't win the race to the outside. That run's bottled up at the line. No gain there that time, and it's second and 10.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
Second and 10 now. Big gain downfield. And he's in for the Washington touchdown. The Commanders take a 13-point lead. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
Moody knocks that extra point through. And the Commanders double their lead to 14. to kick it away. Here's Moody. He'll bring it out from a couple yards deep. This isn't even going to make the 20. The coverage team gets to him. The drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They're going to play action. Here's Penix. And the Commanders get home. They drop in. Working quickly here. Trying again, following the sack. Pressure's there, and he goes down again. And the back-to-back sacks. Nice work by the defense there. Sets him up with a 3rd down.
First sack, wobbled the cart. This one, I think, sent it off the rails entirely. Taking the L on each of the first 2 plays leaves this offense looking at a very unlikely 3rd down pickup.
3rd and long for him here. And that one is picked off. But wait a second. Oh, he came down out of bounds, so that's just going to be incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. And that brings up 4th and long. The Cardinals out for the punt. And his first effort, a tough one. It's going to come from the back of his own end zone. He fields it at his 43. And he's going to set him up with a pretty short field here, Brock, after getting a big chunk on that return. Excellent return. He got 22 before being stopped. And the Commanders' offense will take over inside of enemy territory. 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. Forced out to his right. Oh, look at this. Here he goes. It's out of harm's way after stringing together some nice yards on that run.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
59, 59. Set.
2nd and 1. Brought in close to the 8. Touchdown, Washington. Well, this machine has been firing on all cylinders this game, partner. And it continues firing as that lead grows yet again.
And those who've tried to get in the way of that machine you're talking about, namely the defense, well, they've paid the price over and over and over again.
On is Moody for the extra point. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Commanders stretch their lead to 21. Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. He fields it from the 8. Finds some space. He's past the 30. They'll take over at the 39-yard line. Nice return there. The Cardinals with some nice field position to start off this drive. 1st and 10 coming up. From the shotgun, Penix trying for the deep ball. This is brought in at the 15. He does it. Touchdown, Arizona. The Cardinals fighting back and shaving 6 off that lead. Extra point up and good by Elliott. And the Cardinals get it back to a 14-point game. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Fielded just shy of the end zone. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Set.
Herbert now off the play fake. Bails out of the pocket quick. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
Look at the coverage on that play, Kate. I love that. That is textbook defense right there. When the quarterback escapes the pocket, man, you got to find somebody. You got to go get sticky on your offensive guy. That's exactly what the secondary did. and it forces the throw away.
Home the troops right. Go.
Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
On first down, they'll run. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Baylor Tiger.
Play action now for Herbert. Couldn't connect there, incomplete. This one misses the tight end. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Offense in the hurry up here.
A gain of 3. It's 4th down.
Hey, easy. OP. Ready.
Herbert throwing on 4th down. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Cardinals take over just shy of the 40. The 4th down call ends in a defensive highlight as he picks up the throw and gets his guys off the field.
You know, one way or another, it looked like they were going to get off the field that time, but it's so much sweeter as a defense to run off that field holding the ball. So many defensive coaches in this league preach it. It's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Not only the energy you create on your side, and that little seed of doubt you put in the quarterback's mind the next time he goes out to throw it.
Penix here from the gun. Gets everything he has under this throw. Had the window to go deep, but just couldn't make it happen. Now it's 3rd down. No luck finding his receiver that time. And now they need to get 4 on 3rd down.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Penix on 3rd down. Brought in along the sideline. Just need an official ruling, and they say catch. Great play. The end result there, 15 yards and a first. So through a flurry of points, we have hit the 2-minute warning. The Cardinals facing a deficit near the break. Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. Here's Penix to throw. Taking a deep shot here. He's got it inside the 10. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
I know they say it any time he comes up in an interview, but they appreciate having him on this defense so much, Kate, because of plays like that one. Those are great instincts. It takes instincts and want to come up and run support, and not many corners can make that stop.
The throw is caught. And he drives this forward to the 6. Cardinals in the hurry up now, racing the clock as they work to get set. Buys time, rolling right. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
The kick by Hopkins is good. And that'll get him back to 11.
In that close, kicks have to be automatic. That won't stop the head coach, though, from holding his breath for a couple seconds until he sees it's up and good.
Returnable from the 1. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Set. Ready.
Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. This one to Williams out left side. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that'll be good for a Washington first.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Set.
Here's Herbert, 1st and 10. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Breaks the tackle, green grass ahead. And the Cardinals get it back after making their 3rd first-half interception. Okay, Brock, now back-to-back drives where they have picked him off. That's got to be a worrying trend for these coaches who know how integral the passing game is to their game plan and their success.
Those poker players, the best of them.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. The Cardinals deciding to use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Hey, Kate, I think we know that the quarterback's a demanding position because not only do you have to have a clock in your head, but you've got to have a spatial awareness of where you're on the field. And once you start retreating, going backward and backward and backward, you got to just sling the ball in the stands. Otherwise, well, you take a huge negative sack like that.
Arizona goes ahead and calls its 2nd timeout. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Oh, no touchdown. It's intercepted. And the Commanders make the defensive stand and come through with a turnover in the final moments of the half.
Not a lot of one-play swings bigger than that one right there. That throw looked destined for 6, and instead, well, it gets intercepted by the defense. The only way to get bigger is if he somehow returned it 100-plus yards for 6 the other way. But what a gigantic swing of emotion.
Throwing on first is Herbert. He beams one deep right side. Now this is intercepted. That is back-to-back passes. Derwin James picks it. And the Cardinals get the football back with minimal time to go in our half. Well, they have the advantage for a moment, Brock, but turns out that is all just that moment because they throw an interception and give the ball right back.
And for once, both coaches on both sidelines are preaching the same message. Take care of the ball. Not often you see back-to-back plays end in interceptions, and we're right back to where we were just a couple moments ago.
Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Heward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. All right, Brock, that was enough of a break. Back to playoff football as the second half of our wild card game gets underway. Finds some space. He's past the 30. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. From the gun, here's a handoff. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. On 1st down, here's Penix. Oh, they get to him behind the line, and he loses the football. And the Commanders pick this one up.
Well, you can just see the QB scanning, can't you? He's moving, he's looking downfield, but everything covered up on the back end. That 2nd and 3rd level defenders did their job, and what did it do? Well, free that pass rush up to strip the ball away from the QB.
1st and 10, Herbert. On the move, headed right. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. So it'll be 2nd down.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
Back to the air, Herbert. He finds his running back. Nice work, complete. And they get this down to the 28. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12. A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And that's good for a gain of 5. It's Kenneth Murray on the tackle. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
At the 23-yard line.
From the 23. It's taken in by Williams. And he's going to be tackled, but still all the way down to the 6. That's a pickup of 17 yards, partner, and it makes it 1st and goal. Hand off to the back. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Running for it again. And he's going to fight forward and get in. Touchdown! The Commanders push their lead further to start the half. He would not be denied that close to the end zone, Brock. I think it might have taken 5 or 6 guys tackling him to keep him from diving across the line for 6.
Certainly a second effort touchdown, no question. The backs who become fan favorites, we've seen it through the generations, and they set the curve for their peers, are the ones who just fight through that stop. It will not be denied of a touchdown.
That one right down the middle. And the Commanders lead by 15 now. Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. Fielded at the 7. And the ball is out. And they dodge a turnover there on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
Awareness, awareness, awareness. So critical in so many phases of the game. And in this phase, in the special teams phase, it's not just hitting blocks and clearing the lane, but in this case, recognizing the fumble and most importantly, keeping that possession.
Penix on 1st down. And they pick him off again. He's got room to roam here. And the Commanders are going to be set up and goal to go after a great return down inside the 10. Oh boy, they cleaned up the fumbling issues from the last drive, and now it's an interception that turns the ball over.
Yeah, and 2 very different tones and tenors on these 2 sidelines. One coach is pleading, begging for some ball security. The other is simply saying, keep it up, boys. Keep taking that ball away. Job Well done.
And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
That's got to be so frustrating for the runner. You're fighting the good fight. You even rip through a tackle to stay afloat, but the blocking can't buy you enough time or room to even get back to the line of scrimmage.
Set.
Needing 10 yards now as they line up. It's 2nd and goal.
Set.
Going ground game again here. He breaks the tackle. And not quite a touchdown, but he's down to the 4 before going out. Give him 6 yards. That's going to set up 3rd and goal.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
Go.
3rd time's the charm. He gets it again. And he's in for the touchdown. The Commanders pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. A lot of pressure on him in that moment, Brock. Find a way to score. Don't let it go to 4th and goal. And he finds a way to come through and gets in the end zone for 6.
Now, how about the other side? Beating a defense right there as well. That group who was so close to pulling off the goal line stand, yet all that motivation wasn't enough to stop him on 3rd and goal.
That one splits the uprights. And the Commanders grow the lead now to 22 points. Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. Has this at the 6. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Flush down out to his left. And he protects himself with a slide there after a decent gain. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. We'll go play action. Here's Penix. Finds a seam down the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainer's heading out to take a look.
Okay, ready?
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Penix working from the gun. Rolling left, buying some time. And this is thrown to the sideline and well out of play. I think this could draw the grounding call here, and yep, that flag is out. No one in the area. He was still in the pocket. Seems like a pretty cut and dry intentional grounding to me.
Seems like you want to be an official someday, Kate.
Maybe.
Yeah, because you nailed that one.
Here we go, 2nd and very long. He's got Bellinger. We'll have him gain up about a handful there. L'Jarius Sneed there for the stop. Penix facing a 3rd and long. Getting out to his left. And they can't connect on the 3rd down deep shot. Love the courage they had to try it, but it's incomplete, and now we've got 4th down.
So many coaches love 3rd downs and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know got to execute or convert on these 3rd downs.
Escapes the pocket. Now we'll try a deep shot, and they pick him off again. And he makes the Huffs go. It's a touchdown on the pick 6. that play, Brock. That play was beautiful. Not just making the interception, but then seeing the return slowly come together in front of him as he took it all the way to the house.
Yeah, I think even for us up here in the booth, it looked like a scene out of a movie, didn't it? Starts running it back, scans the field for a lane, then the blocks come just in the nick of time to wipe out the would-be tacklers, and he's got open space and nothing but the end zone in front of him.
Return starts at the 9. And that was a disaster of a return. They're going to start near their own goal line.
Can't happen. Man, that's just something you never, ever see at this level. That's a complete failure of operation, not just by the returner, but the return team in general. And now, instead of getting to your normal offense, you got to find some way.
He loses the football. Oh, and they pick it up. Time to push for that marker. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Play action. Here's Penix. He put everything he had into this one. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
That was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
They have themselves another 1st and 10. They'll run it from the gun. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Offense up to the line fast. From the shotgun, Penix. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
We're down to 1 quarter before we determine our wild card winner. It's Cardinals ball. Their season